The Rain Man Show contains adult language and discussions. If you're easily offended, do not continue to listen.
From the Cave of Wonders and recorded live in the presence of gods, where heroes are forged and the weak perish, we welcome you to the Rain Man Show.
Disturbs my sleep. Disturbs my soul.
What's your name?
Rain Man. Rain Man. Rain Man.
Fuck you! That's my name!
Rain Man.
Set up, double-crossed, and left for dead. Fuck me. No. Fuck you.
Rain Man.
Framed for murder, now he prowls the Badlands, an outlaw hunting outlaws, a bounty hunter, a renegade.
But the few who remain, battle to the last. No one has ever known the Burma freedom.
I'm out here on a 1,000-acre plot of land, and I can't hear him hating on me. I'm a modest man, talking weird Jimmy Mathers, and he got a plan. And when he talk, I listen to him. That's a lot of man. He said we need to take it back to the root of it. I put on for the country. That's the truth of it. I'm talking last millennium. We was repping it before anybody had accepted it. We introduced him to the cooler on the tailgate, full of cold natty light, playing satellite. A little Dave while we misbehave. Okay. Once we figured the game out, we gon' play. The generation of people that love Tupac. And hey, we banging it in the boondocks. Now put your drinks in.
The Rain Man Show. We're back again. Bubba Sparks.
I know he was still making music.
This is like, neither did I. I was like, you know what? I'm in the mood for some Bubba Sparks, and I Googled him, a new song. It's like a recent song that came out like less than a year ago.
Oh, I thought he like disappeared after like Miss New Booty or whatever.
He did, and then there was like a need for like that country hip hop again because it got popular in the last 3 years. So then he thought, oh shit, son, my music's actually popular again. My genre, because when he was out there, it wasn't popular. You know, Southern rap was, and then now that country hip hop's actually a thing now, he's like, man, let me get some. Let me dust off the old harmonica and the rap shorts and put them back on.
So he's just catching in on a new fad then.
Right.
He's not really doing anything new.
No. I kind of like it. It's pretty good. Makes me feel like I'm with my family, my redneck side.
This just sounds like something that, everybody that goes to like Toby Keith's or Denim and Diamonds or any one of those weird fucking country bars. They're just like, I feel like I can relate to the Negroes now but it's a white man doing it, so I don't have to worry about him taking my daughter.
So stupid. So true though. We're not intimidated by the dick size. You know what's funny though? Speaking of music and clubs, you can't go to a club anymore. Like, listen, I love EDM music, Aisha. Like, I like it, obviously, but when every club and every bar you go to, whether it be at like what Greg said, a country bar or a just a run of the mill feel good family joint, guess what's pumping in the music? Skrillex. Everything. Even if it's not Skrillex or like an EDM artist, the pop artist is also using an EDM track, an EDM produced track. Everything is that, and I'm fine with that. If that go to a club, you're gonna dance to some dubstep, whatever. But when I go to a country bar per se, let's say you're going to a country bar to listen to some fiddle, and all of a sudden you hear on the jukebox, you hear Toby Keith with an EDM track, because that's what they're doing now. A lot of these country guys are actually using EDM produced tracks for their music for the clubs.
Progressive, bro.
Yeah. I think that's funny. I'm like, listen, you know what? If your music isn't popular anymore so that you have to start using other forms of genre mixed with country music, Toby Keith, don't make music no more. Urban, go bang Nicole Kidman and call it a day. I would call it a day. If I did that, I'd be happy. Just don't sing.
Like, split?
I don't know. Why you got to bring facts to this?
I don't know. It could be a lie.
But Memorial Day weekend. Do you guys do a Memorial Day weekend or no? You guys kind of
not anymore. I mean,
I get the day off work.
yeah.
I don't.
You don't kick back with the homies and get like a barbecue going and drink some apple juice.
That's
no,
called my life.
I was actually helping somebody move on Monday, so.
Who?
My buddy Ryan down in Tucson.
Oh, you helped him move.
Yeah, I
I thought
helped
you
him
said
move.
you were hoping somebody moved. I'm like, oh damn, what's going on at the home front here?
No.
Memorial Day weekend is kind of odd because, I don't really celebrate much of anything, but I do enjoy the days off, and my family was in town, we're hanging out and whatnot. But there's like a new trend that I noticed. Like, how come we can't? It seems like we can't just be pro anything anymore without looking like we're racist or bigots or unfair to somebody. And I say this because I've never seen this trend before until this year. And
I do not look down on niggers, dykes, wops, or greasers.
I don't.
There is no racial bigotry here.
I don't condone that drop. You troll Facebook and Twitter, which is it's my thing. I use it for a lot of material for the shows. And the new thing for Memorial Day is is not God bless America or God bless the troops, which is what Memorial Day is. Memorial is to remember.
It's our fallen veterans, right?
Wait, keyword our, okay? But what I see now all over Twitter is God bless the troops on both sides. There are no winners in war, and I'm
that's
like,
what that's. So we're rooting for whomever we're fighting against
right.
as well.
And I find a problem with it. I'm not necessarily a patriotic person, but I am proud to live in this country for the most part because we have our issues, but this is the best country on the top three countries to live in the world.
As far as getting to be a ridiculous asshole, yeah.
Yes. Which I want to be. I find it insulting, and I wonder if Sergeant Thomason in World War II of Vietnam, you think he appreciates your God bless the American troops plus the Vietnamese soldier that murdered me and speared me to death and then cut off my legs. I don't think they appreciate
It's attempting to promote more world peace. Like, why do you have to hate on that?
Because this is our thing. This is our holiday, but we have this thing now where we have to feel good and be fair to both sides. War is an enemy to both sides. I'm like, okay, then create
war
a
hurts
day.
everyone.
It does, but create a day specifically for that. This is for our troops, the troops that fought for your freedom, Aisha.
We wouldn't be celebrating Cinco de Mayo on the 4th of July. We're celebrating us signing the American Constitution,
right.
Not
right.
anyone else's. I get what you're saying.
I just think that it's insulting. And if you want to be, you can feel good for the other side.
We wouldn't celebrate the Vietnamese veterans on Veterans Day.
Right, exactly. Like, it's not appropriate when you're saying, and both sides. No, this is our day to remember the people who fought for us. And I think it's even more important than ever. Because back in World War II, those boys knew what they were dying for. They knew, for the most part, they knew. Okay, after 1960, 70, things have changed. What really is the cause of war and why we're going to war? It's not what it used to be.
It's a lot more personal reasons.
Yeah, and now we have these troops fighting and dying for reasons that are stupid, and yet they're still signing up, they're still defending, and there's a gray area now. And I think it's insulting that these people, first off, number one, are dying for reasons that they don't even understand anymore. Like, why are we in certain places? Why do we care? Why are we doing these things? There's a lot of unanswered questions.
Yeah, considering the amount of people that enlist, not enough people are politically aware of what's going on in the whole world, let alone our country.
So to me, it's even more brave that these people are still signing up and putting on the uniforms to protect a kind of a watered-down version of the United States at this point. And I still respect them for doing that. And I think it's completely disrespectful to want to be fair and to be nice to both sides. Because it's not fair to, Johnny Rocket, who died and got murdered by the Afghan suicide bomber. Yes, we have atrocities on both sides, but this is our day to remember our troops. And I think that's the biggest loss in this country. Is, again, I'm not a patriotic person, but there is a sense of honor to being patriotic and caring where we came from. And I think that might even be half our problem, is that we don't care about where we come from as much anymore. And that is why we've allowed these things to interweave and contaminate our country, because we've turned a blind eye and we care more about our mobile phones and you know what I mean? It's true. Our mobile phones and social media and Kim Kardashian and Kanye Littleman getting married this past weekend. We're more interested in what they said to each other during their vows than we care about Memorial Day weekend and the people who've died for us. You know.
Yeah, people still dying.
Yes, still dying. While you're saying God bless both sides.
And currently,
that.
some of the people that we're fighting against now, some of their troops use children. Like, bless those men using children as human shields.
Exactly.
Bless them.
Yeah, I just think it's insulting. Just bring in, forget about the gray area for a second. It just, this is our day. This is the Memorial Day to remember our troops, and it should be used
because I'm all
as
for
such.
world peace, and I'm definitely anti-war, but
So am I. I think war is what makes countries
you can't
strong.
really try to create equality in something like that.
Right. I think, I do think war is what makes countries strong. And I think there is a need for war at times, but I don't think there's been a need for war in the last 20 years. There hasn't been. Like I said, we can break down political reasons. World War II, I get, okay? We had a guy murdering people by the millions, okay? We had Nazi Greg obliterating the Jews. You're hiding Jews, yes, everywhere. In the streets, under the floorboards. So that's different. Since then, we really haven't, even the Cold War is debatable.
And what gets me is Bush deciding to invade Afghanistan and whatnot because supposedly they might be making weapons and bullshit when really we want their oil. Let's be real about it. Right. We want their fucking oil.
Yeah.
So we're gonna say that there's this possible shroud of nuclear war that could happen, so we're going to try to prevent that by causing an unnecessary war.
Yeah.
It's so what is us invading them? Even if they have these weapons, they can release them, whether we invade them or not. Yeah. So... if we want to start wars, we should really be worrying about Korea and whatnot and the atrocities happening there and helping them.
They don't affect us. They don't, North Korea?
No, it doesn't affect us, but neither does the shit that they didn't even find in Afghanistan.
And I said this before, reason why we don't deal with North Korea really is not necessarily China, okay, because they're going to interfere. It's because they have nothing to offer us in North Korea. There's no resources
There's nothing
that we
for
want.
us to gain. Yeah. Exactly, and that's why we don't.
That's
why we turn a blind eye and act like it's nothing.
I would almost be happy with one of the presidents saying, "Listen, guys, we're going to go to war because there's oil interests, and these oil interests are crucial to our economy, and we need them."
Yeah, if they were like Game of Thrones about it, so we're going to take over this place because it's going to help us in this way.
Can we just cut through the bullshit?
So anyone that got our back with this, let's go get some oil.
It's true, though. Wouldn't you almost be, okay, listen, he broke it down for us. He did the pros and cons.
I'd be okay with that. It may not necessarily be right.
Right.
But it's better than, they might maybe be making nuclear bombs that they could possibly shoot at us.
Right.
So we should go invade them just in case.
The problem is...
And we might find some oil.
Yeah. Just maybe. We might just find some oil.
There should be some.
And still charge you guys, an exuberant amount of money still.
Oh, and then once we find out, that BP oil spill, there was all that oil right underneath our fucking country. Did you guys know that oil that spilled all in our ocean underneath our country actually gets exported?
It's ridiculous.
It's right underneath us, but we ship it away.
The bane on existence is oil.
Yeah.
It really is. We need to and you know what? I'm sure there's ways. I mean, there's a farmer that's using, algae to power things.
Oh, yeah. Everything is energy.
And yet that would make sense because that's completely clean. But for some reason, those things never make it through the red tape of being mainstream used because it would destroy everyone who really controls the entire world.
Yeah.
We got really crazy there for a second. But, you know what? Maybe I am patriotic a little bit. I don't know. It just infuriates me when people can't appreciate what we have and they have to bless both sides because they want to have that mentality of being good to everybody. It's stupid. Don't go nowhere. The Rain Man will be right back.
And now, we take you back in time.
Kapooyah, kapooyah! And your boy that hell just came in. I looked at my...
Play the kapooyah again.
Kapooyah!
She sounds like Busta Rhymes, dude.
He said kapooyah, kapooyah, kapooyah!
Before.
He said kapooyah, kapooyah!
This can't be real, dude.
Y'all.
Is this real? Y'all.
And he said kapooyah, kapooyah!
I got you all in check.
He said kapooyah, kapooyah!
Turn my music on, dude.
And
That's the one I was thinking
them jokers was big, size of a quarter doggone.
Many said
Again.
nothing they've ever heard before.
He said kapooyah, kapooyah! He said kapooyah, kapooyah! And your boy, he said kapooyah, kapooyah! And your boy that hell just, he Kapuya, Kapuya.
It's Busta Rhymes, dude. It's Busta Bus.
I looked at opened my door and I looked up. He said, Kapuya, Kapuya. Uncles was big, size of a quarter doggone.
They've ever heard before.
Someone's going to put this chick on a mixtape. It's going to happen.
Just came in, I looked at opened my door and I Kapuya. And your boy that hell, Kapuya. And your boy that hell just came in, he said, Kapuya, Kapuya. And your boy that hell just came in, I looked at opened my door and I looked out my door and started hitting me in my head. I took out running, ran to my red shoe, but then he said, Kapuya, Kapuya. And your boy that hell just came in, I looked out
rewind that part. Hold on.
She said, looked out my door and started hitting me in my head. I took out running, ran to my red shoe, but then I called my mama.
She did red shoe-ba-doo? What did she say, dude?
She ran to the restroom. She ran to the restroom and then called her mama.
Do you understand black talk? I'm not sure what she said. She said,
yeah,
I ran to the
just listen.
Restroom. I looked at opened my door and I looked out my door and started hitting me in my head. I took out running.
She opened the door. It started hitting her in the head.
She took off running.
Dude, you're like the C-3PO of black people, dude.
Ran to my restroom and then I called my mama to see what she all right.
See what
like
she
nothing
all right.
they've ever heard before.
She even ended it.
Kapuya, Kapuya.
Before.
He said, Kapuya, Kapuya. And he said, Kapuya. He said, Kapuya, Kapuya. And your boy that hell just came in. I looked at opened my door and I looked out my door and started hitting me in my head. I took out running, ran to my restroom, and then I called my mama to see what she all right. Called my mama to see what she all right.
She has the.
Then I called my mama to see what she all right. See what she all right. See what she all right. Called my mama to see what she all right.
Dude, that is.
Then I called my mama to see what she all right. Called my mama to see what she.
Oh, Jesus.
Yo, you guys gotta be waiting for that mixtape to drop, because when that shit drop, then it's gonna be the hottest shit on this side of the equator, motherfucker. That nigga got it right there. Kabuya coming at you right here on Casino Radio, nigga.
Oh, God, that's funny. Oh, that's good stuff.
The Rain Man Show.
49% geek and 1% douche.
I am so excited about this new network, Rain Man Digital. I mean, finally a network that's all about me. Supernatural at the Crossroads? Me. Star Wars from the Back to Tank? Me. Weird West Radio? Me. The Rain Man Show? Me. Rain Man equals me. I'm the Rain Man.
49% geek and 1% douche.
Fellas, are you looking to spice things up in the bedroom? Been fantasizing about surprising your lover with an adventurous new toy or adult movie? Well, here's an offer you won't be able to resist. Go to adamandeve.com, and for a limited time only, you'll get 50% off just about any item. But that's not all. Oh no. When you select your one item at 50% off, you'll also receive 3 free adult DVDs for a little inspiration. Plus, a free extra gift so sensual, we can't mention it on the radio. And to top it all off, we'll even throw in free shipping on your entire order. And no, we're not teasing. So check out adamandeve.com today for this special offer. Get 50% off one item when you type DEAL30 for the offer code upon checkout. When you do, you'll get 3 free DVDs, a free extra gift, and free shipping. Just use offer code DEAL30 at adamandeve.com.
You're listening to The Rain Man Show on Rain Man Digital.
Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. Suffocation, no breathing. Don't give a fuck if I cut my arm bleeding.
Tony just walked in the studio. Hello, Tony.
Hey, hello.
Whoa, how you doing?
Oh, hey.
All right, edible mist machine is made, and you basically inhale. You can inhale bacon without the calories.
They have over 200 flavors.
Yeah.
Did you read that?
Yeah, I don't know how I'd feel about that. Like, because what else are you inhaling? Like farts and people's burps?
Well, it sounds like they're actually taking the real matter of the flavor that you're tasting and vaporizing it.
Oh, that's
and
so
then
bizarre.
you're inhaling the vapor of this actual matter. So it
You know
was
about-
really bacon.
So it was really bacon. Now it doesn't. No, there's no calories in it.
Would
Does
you
it
like
make
me to read this
Yeah. Does it
article?
make it feel like you're actually eating something? Like, does it fill you up?
I don't believe so,
Okay.
and especially considering that
So
it's zero
it
calories.
it
Like, so you're not
tricks you.
taking any energy intake, because
Ah.
calories are basically
Right.
wattage for people.
Right. It's
So-
heat, yeah.
Yeah. So if you're not taking in any of that, you can't. And you're also not chewing, so your brain isn't telling you that you're eating. All right.
But it does
the
bring up
company
some-
that created this is called Lick Me, I'm Delicious. Yeah. And they say that it can emit over 200 different delicious. This is in quotes, so I'm assuming that the writer must have tried this and may not necessarily agree. Delicious flavored vapors for your enjoyment. We say enjoyment, but we're worried about the lobster, bacon, and popcorn varieties. That's what the article says.
You know what? This. Yeah. You know why this? I have a problem with this a little bit because not with the machine itself, but it kind of scares me because if they're making something that you inhale like a mist, okay, and you actually feel like you're eating bacon, that goes with my issue with people farting in front of me, because it makes you, when someone does a nasty ass shit fart, sometimes it goes to the back of your throat and you're just like, oh dude, it feels like I tasted it, and I did. This mist machine has proven my theory on why I hate people farting around me. And because people always go, oh, Mike, it's not a big deal. Guys do it. But I'm like, no, it's going in my throat. I taste like I ate it. And now I know.
Eating methane.
I'm eating particles. I'm eating feces particles.
I think
Fecal matter.
this machine was created for lazy people. That they want to, maybe in their warped mind, if they could at least inhale the mist, that means that they're not actually eating the burger or eating the lobster. That way they won't gain weight.
Yeah.
And they're sort of warped.
Well, you know what? Maybe I could see that possibly working for people that maybe, who maybe struggle with eating and just need to feel that smell there. But wouldn't that make you actually hungry, though?
Well, this is what the company founder said about it. The range of flavors is massive, and we can also produce you a personalized mist from pretty much anything in the world, like your favorite book or even your hair.
What about my favorite
and
panties?
It's 0 calories.
From my chick. Be like, hey, can you make
Well, if they can do books, why couldn't they do
Just
juicy
hire
panties?
a fat person and just wait until after they've eaten and then you want,
I think it'd be a great idea. I mean, it'd make you feel like a pimp. What if you invited your boys over for the weekend? Like, hey guys, come hang out at my house. We'll play some video games, and you have like a panty mister coming out.
Did you see what
it smells
this
like sex
device
in your
looks
house.
like, bro? Did you look
No,
at
is
it?
it giant?
Ish. It's like about as big as like a school globe.
Really?
But it looks like a crazy space tool, like that you would use for probing and ionizing cells or something.
Oh wow! That's scary. I don't know if I like that. It's almost. That
Does
thing
that
is
go up
giant.
the nostril?
No.
No,
See,
it
look
sits
at
in a
there's the guy
room, right?
using it.
It
No,
sits-
it has a mouthpiece you attach to it that goes in one end.
Yeah, that's
and you
weird.
suck on this big globe
Like a
as it
hookah
emits It's
That's
like
weird.
it's a vape pen, but it's a big globe.
Huh.
Because it's the same technology. It's
Now,
ultrasonic
are people-
vaporization.
Are people going to use this to smoke weed? Probably. And
Oh,
other-
of
and
course
other
you can
drugs.
use it to smoke mass amounts. That's the first thing I thought of. I was like, bacon flavored weed? Bacon flavored weed.
Oh, so you could probably mix
Infuse
stuff.
flavors, awesome flavors
okay,
of food
you know
into
what?
your weed.
That's the real story. That's the real story. They just can't put that. Hey guys, guess what? Now you can inhale bacon.
Guaranteed. Like it's
You'll get your
turned weed
munchies at the
smoking
same
into
time.
all the perks of having hookah. Because you can do that with the little vape pens, but the flavoring drops that they have, it's hard to get a precise.
Now you're a pothead, kind of. You smoke weed. Now, do you prefer? Do you smoke a joint ever? Do you ever roll a fatty?
Yeah.
Or do you?
I smoke everything.
But do you also do you prefer a joint or do you prefer vaporizing it?
I prefer joints generally. Actually,
So
personally,
happy
I
to
prefer
put that
a percolated bong.
A what? What is it? A percolated bong?
Yeah.
What is
Mr.
that?
Coffee?
Kind of. It's that same concept. So there's a device inside of your bong, like a separate chamber that sucks up water and has these diffused holes in it that separates that out. So it's diffusing your smoke and actually putting it through more water filtration and taking.
Now that's a lot more healthier for the people who are like health aware. Like maybe they don't want to smoke because smoking is just damaging your lungs.
You're still inhaling something on fire. It's not good for you.
It's better though. It's good to open up the lungs, I hear.
Yeah, because marijuana THC is good for asthmatics if you're not smoking it. It actually does open up your bronchi and your airways. It has so many health benefits. It's just all about your consumption.
Can you buy one of these and bring it in and let it just run while we do the show next week? Let's try that out. See how that goes.
And just have vaporized weed going on?
Yeah, I think that'd be fun.
All right, I'm so down on that. If we can do that every time we record the show.
Tony,
I won't be on that show that week.
Why not, dude? What if
we'll
we
get
turn it
you
on?
a
We don't even
mask.
know.
I have a gas mask you can wear.
Okay.
I don't smoke at all, but I mean, if I didn't know about it, I mean, no harm, no foul, right?
Just be very weary if I ever come in with baked goods.
It's so stupid. It's kind of like brushing up against a guy's penis. It's not like you didn't do it on purpose.
I don't see the connection there. I don't see the
that
connection.
was so homo.
Yeah.
So homo.
I'm just saying, if it's kind of the same idea. You didn't intentionally brush up against the penile area, but you did.
Got some dick on the brain,
You
Mike?
didn't do it on purpose. It's just like with trying to plead to Greg's weed smoking side. If you didn't know, we had a vaporizer on, no harm, no foul.
I had roommates that smoked weed. I know what the shit smells like. I'm not a fucking tard.
When you
I haven't
smell
lived in
it from a
goddamn cave all
vaporizer,
my
it doesn't smell quite the same.
life. I don't give a shit.
I'm just saying, you may not notice it.
Yeah.
I hate you. I don't even know you, and I hate your guts. I hope all the bad things in life happen to you and nobody else but you.
Tony, now you're in here because of a Phoenix Comic Con, so kind of want to bring you in.
Yes.
A little bit, talk to you. Plus, people like you on the show, of course.
Well, you do realize Greg is also working the Phoenix Comic Con.
Yeah, but I also want to talk about that, and also because we're going to be, I guess, after all, I'm going to end up going to Phoenix Comic Con.
Yay.
I'm kind of anti-Phoenix Comic Con just because I get burnt out on all that stuff, the cosplayers and the fakes out there. Look, I'm a nerd.
It's cool for you now.
Yeah, so stupid. But hey, we got some. Hopefully, we're going to get some interviews lined up out of it, with some big interviews with some big stars. I don't want to say who yet until they're confirmed. I don't want to be that guy. But once they're confirmed, hopefully, I think thanks to you, Tony, you're able to get us in contact.
I'm glad that you were able to get everything all lined up.
Well, surprisingly, the guy sent me an email Sunday. Like, I filled it out Friday night when I was talking to you. And then Sunday morning, I got the email. I'm like, damn, look at this guy working through Memorial Day weekend.
Hey,
good for him.
Yeah.
Usually those Phoenix Comic Con workers don't really work that much.
Not like in the past, eh?
No, it's not. Like, what happened? Did someone bust the whip or what happened, dude? Because I remember remember, Tony, it took months, and you know it, dude. It used to take months to get a reply, and that's why we used you to death like 3 years ago. You were like talk to Tony, because we could never get a response from anybody.
No, I do remember that. Yeah, you were even mentioning it.
Who shook it up? Who shook up the aquarium and made all the fish start swimming like hardcore and fast? What happened?
I really think that enough voices started crying in the night that they basically started listening to the masses. And, and they're really, quite honestly, they are really big on customer service and making the con experience really worth it.
Yeah. Well, how much are they expecting this year at the Comic Con? I heard it was like 100,000. Is that true?
That was sort of like the unofficial.
And now is that turnstiles or actual new people walking in? Because I know turnstiles. There's how many times people are returning, coming back throughout the entire weekend.
I don't know about we get like a pretty good percentage of returnees. Coming in. It's just that
because I know in the past, last year was it 50,000? I want to say.
Yeah.
So you guys are projecting double your number from last year.
From what they've told us, I mean, they've added more space. They're even holding events
outside in the parking lot now and have barbecues.
Yeah, like on the street.
I heard they're going to be designating areas like all the black people and Mexicans are outside in the parking lot, and all the blonde hair, blue eyed people actually inside the auditorium.
Yeah,
is that true?
They're all going to be in different hotels. They're
we're going to be segregating geeks.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I'm expecting you to jump in with something racist. A racist Greg. Hey, by the way, British Greg was a hit, dude, among the Supernatural people.
Yeah. That's what I hear.
Because I put that bit on the show, and people were like dying, dude. They're like, all right.
You know, speaking of Supernatural, there's a couple of like panels that I've noticed in the programming and
Supernatural panels.
Yeah, there's gonna be a couple of Supernatural panels.
Really?
And like,
I need to look that info up.
I do believe the last official email from the programming director was that we're looking at a record number of programming throughout the entire con.
I need to look all that information up and figure out what I want. Now that I know I have an extra weekend, I can take until next weekend to do it now. Yeah. Anyways, Tony now and Greg. Now I don't want you guys getting all geek riled up and whatnot. You know, to be very what's a good word for this? Diplomatic. Let's be diplomatic about this discussion because I want to know how you guys feel. Last week they announced and I refrained from writing anything on Facebook because I want to say it first on the radio here. They just announced the Superman, the Man of Steel title, okay, which is Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice, correct? Is that correct or no?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, now you're laughing. Why are you laughing?
I don't know. It just doesn't like...
Because it's a stupid name?
Yeah, I mean, I was like, as soon as I saw it, I'm going, really?
Now, I'm not saying the movie's going to be stupid because I know you're a big advocate about, you know, you need to see it before you talk shit, and I do agree with that for the most part. However, dude... I'm confused, and I want a geek's perspective because I'm not a comic book guy. I'm a movie guy. I love movies.
Well,
okay,
you know,
well, hold on. Let me pose my question to you, and then I want you to break it down for me. Now, number one, this is detrimental to marketing. Okay, because people are going to wonder. The average person, like my mother, the real 90% of the moviegoers are average people. They're not us. They're not Googling, you know, the movie that they're going to see and find out all the details about what it is.
I agree.
Okay, so they should name this Man of Steel 2 or Man of Steel Dawn of Justice. Okay, or Dawn of Steel Batman vs. Superman, or something alluding to the fact that Batman is in it. Or just call Man of Steel Dawn of Justice, and then in your trailers, put Batman in it. You know, and show them that Batman's going to be in this. Because to me... if I'm an average guy, I would think this is another reboot. I would be like, wait a second, okay, Batman, Superman. Now, is this a Superman or a Batman movie or a Justice League movie? I'm so effing confused right now.
No, you're not the only one. I mean,
why would they do this, do you think?
It was part of my own little conspiracy theory. As soon as they started announcing that we've casted these characters, not just Batman, Superman, they casted Cyborg, they casted Wonder Woman, there's rumors of other Justice League, that as soon as they started doing it, I'm like going, this isn't Man of Steel or Batman vs. Superman.
Right.
They're actually doing a Justice League movie.
Right.
And today I was reading, just, you know, really quickly, a very interesting theory from, you know, of all people, Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
That he said that really the entire purpose of what DC, Warner Brothers, or whoever's making all these decisions is they want to, like, draw out a quote-unquote huge Justice League movie that's comprised by maybe 5 or 6 different separate movies.
Okay.
So it's like part one of the Justice League movie is Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice.
Can you imagine if they named Avengers 2, or let's say they named Iron Man 2, they named it Iron Man, Whiplash vs. Iron Man. Dawn of the Avengers. Like, people would be like, what the fuck is this? Is this a separate movie? Is it a sequel to Iron Man? Think, from what you've read, is this going to be a Man of Steel sequel, or is this going to be just a movie with Superman in it?
No, it is not, according, you know, from what I've been reading on the internet, they are not marketing it as a sequel.
Really? So this isn't a sequel at all?
No. I mean, with the way that things have been talked about and generated the last several weeks, this is...
So they're bypassing Man of Steel 2.
They are basically... there is no Man of Steel 2. This is basically...
They're getting their shorts giddied up way too much. I think they need to... Zack Snyder needs to slow the fuck down.
No, I agree.
Zack needs to talk to DC and be like, guys, listen, this is a bad idea. Let's stick with this movie idea. I like Batman in it. Let's keep Batman in it. That's fine. If you want to introduce Batman one more, I'm good. But we barely came out with a successful movie, the first one in a decade. We came out with a successful Man of Steel movie. Let's harvest and work this brand and make it good. Let's make Man of Steel 2 with Batman in it, but let's put the focus on Superman because it's his movie. Let's give Superman his just, and then we'll build from there. And then on the next movie, maybe we'll do a true, Justice League movie. I think they're going to end up fucking themselves.
No, well, they're
this.
not going to. Like that's DC's big problem ever since they started making movies is that their only good franchise is Batman. It's like putting Wolverine in every X-Men film.
Right. It's like they're...
And so
you nailed it right there.
So they're not going to build upon Man of Steel at all. They're going to make this film, which is apparently going to be their basis for their whole movie universe. They're not going to do it right. 10-1, it's probably DC and Warner trying to... it's probably them trying to keep up with Marvel, and Zack Snyder's just going, okay, sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't put a lot of the onus or the blame on Zack Snyder. It just sounds like it's more or less like someone above him in the DC or Warner Brothers, like they're trying, or someone in marketing saying, "Look, we got to push all these characters out." They still haven't even come up with a concept or an even decent idea for a Wonder Woman movie.
Yeah.
So it's like it was just part of my theory back then when they started announcing all the rest of the characters. I started telling a lot of people, this isn't a Superman sequel. They're setting up a Justice League movie.
think it's stupid. Greg nailed it when he said, their only successful franchise has been Batman, and they just ended Batman. They should have ended Batman. If they wanted to keep doing Batman. Instead, they take Man of Steel and say, okay, what else works, guys? Well, everybody loves Batman, and I think they're putting all their eggs in one basket now for a couple reasons. Number one, they're putting a lot of faith in Ben Affleck. Okay, I like Ben Affleck personally. I never had a problem from day one with him being Batman. I think he can pull it off. If he loses that swarmy-looking, sarcastic face he always has, I think if he can lose that in this and be someone truly... Because he always has that Affleck smirk, the Mona Lisa smile, I call it. And if he can lose that, which I have seen him lose it in a couple scenes, in certain performances... If he can lose that, I think he'll be fine as Batman. However, they're putting a lot of faith that audiences are going to be okay with him being Batman. Because what if people just loathe him as being Batman, and they just pissed away Man of Steel 2 with Ben Affleck in it, and they're like, shit. Not only do we just fuck up Batman again, but now we fucked up a successful franchise we had, Man of Steel.
They probably should have done, and they probably were thinking doing the same thing, but, it's the rivals of Marvel and Disney and all that.
They need to let it go.
You look at what Marvel did. They set up an Iron Man movie. They set up a Captain America movie, and they set up a Thor movie.
Yeah.
And those essentially would be considered in some circles the big three.
Right. And they didn't try
to do that with DC for whatever reason, where they could have I agree with you.
And they didn't try to
Man of Steel. They already have their Man of Steel. They could have done a Batman movie with Ben Affleck.
Yeah,
and they could have done at least a movie, maybe with maybe with Gal Gadot.
Yeah.
I think her name is with Wonder Woman, and then do that same formula, then set it up for Justice League.
I think you know what, and the way Marvel did it is they didn't water down their particular franchise by putting another character in it. Like, you know what I mean? They didn't do Thor with, we're also going to put a major superhero with this guy. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Captain America did it a little bit more with this one, with the Winter Soldier guy, right? I mean, he's kind of a big name. He's not a mainstream name, but within the comic book world, he is a pretty big name, right?
Yes.
So they kind of did it with this movie, but it was a Captain America movie, correct?
They did it right. They did it. I mean, I think Captain America, the Winter Soldier, might be the better comic book movie it was better than the original Captain America, and I like First Avenger. I really liked Winter Soldier, and and I think on the Marvel side of the fence, I think that with the success of X-Men: Days of Future Past, that now Marvel and Disney Disney has a pretty good rival to make their own Marvel movies now with 20th Century Fox, if they play their cards right.
How stoked are you guys? I don't know if you guys are Spartacus watchers, but you guys stoked about the Spartacus showrunner taking over Daredevil for Netflix? You hear about that?
I heard about that. That's going to be interesting.
But it's already
I mean,
Dude, I have faith in that showrunner. If they allow him to be himself and they don't Josh Whedon it up, like meaning they don't like hold down Josh Whedon like they obviously did with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., because that isn't a Josh Whedon show. I mean, there are elements to his style in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but I think if Marvel allowed Josh Whedon to do what he wanted to do, we probably would have got something better than what we have with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Now, if Marvel can back out, and it's going to be interesting how Netflix will be different than ABC. If they can say, listen, we as long as you stick to these parameters here's your parameters you need to stick within. Go to town, Steve DeKnight, Spartacus showrunner. Go to town. He's not just a good showrunner, the guy that did Spartacus. He's a fabulous filmmaker. Like, the stuff he does, he takes pride and interest. He isn't just a behind-the-camera guy where he just says action. He's involved in the entire filmmaking process. So
I think in the next couple of years, I'm interested to see how Marvel Disney handles their other characters. And I don't want to say that they're subpar characters, but, like, they're not Thor, they're not Captain America, they're not Iron Man. If they do well, even, if just on the Netflix characters that they've already planned, if they do well, I mean, that's going to be a big boost, and that's going to put even more pressure on Warner Brothers and DC to do something.
For sure.
Well, that's the one thing that DC and Warner Brothers have, is that their shows are awesome.
Yeah, Arrow, and I really like the trailer for the Flash.
And Flash is already shaping up to be, something awesome, because they're already tying it into Arrow.
Yes.
They're not, going to keep it separate, which is what they've done with all their movies. So,
are there different people involved in the TV? Like, do you guys know who exact? There's got to be different forces. Like, yes, it's the same entity, and they probably all follow the same playbook. But there's got to be a different developer that's running TV, because the guy that does the TV is doing it completely different than what the movies are doing. I almost think that they're two different developers. Yes, they probably have to follow a similar handbook to keep everything in the same universe similar.
That's a good question. But I think that and I don't know. There's little rumor, but I don't even know if it's even solid that they want to at least keep the TV universe and the movie universe somehow lined up together. But no, you're right. I mean, they're doing a better job so far.
It's gonna be good. On that note, we do need to go to a quick break. We're going to come back, and then we're going to jump into a few other a lot different topics. So we'll be right back.
Pack a tobacco bottle of shine, pontoon boat and some fishing line. Blow a little smoke just to ease our mind. That's California country. Lake in the woods and the water feels fine. Girls on the deck with no tan lines. Bonfire lit on them summer nights. That's California country. Pull up to the lake, drop the tailgate down. Pull out the lawn chair, crank them sounds. Throw out the line when the sun goes down. Cause this is how we do it when you're from our town. Knobs on the swampers, hum when they roll by. Lift kid, dare boy, California 4x. Super duty, full of cuties, West Coast ride. Ziploc full of cookies, valley so high.
Posts on Instagram all the time, and she always gets like the weirdest guys attaching themselves. And there are some pretty cool guys on there. I've actually talked to a lot of them now too, and they're also, some of them are listeners of the radio. So some of those guys are great and they're nice dudes, but then there's some that are just creepy, and they post, one guy posted.
Which picture was that on, Maggie?
Well, one guy posted a photo, posted on her photo, "Hey, text me, let's go to dinner or something," right?
No, it's just, hey, text me.
Yeah. So I'm gonna call him up and just play around with the guy a little bit. Be like, "Hello, how you doing? I saw your number on Instagram, and I noticed that you said you want a text message. You want someone to text message you. I figured, why text when I can call? Howdy. I'm Maggie."
No, everybody else is going on mute.
Please pretend to be me.
I'm not going to do that. I don't want to get you in trouble with people either. I want to I want this to be a genuine troll post and teach this guy a lesson not to post his fucking phone number on public forums like Instagram because he's that desperate to get his fucking dick wet. What's his name?
Gabriel.
Huh?
Please leave a message.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, is this Gabriel? Yeah, I just decided to. I saw your phone number on Instagram, and I decided just to you said you wanted to text, and I figured I would just call. I know it was for somebody else, but I'm a little lonely and decided I'd just give you a call and just see how you're doing. Why text when you can call? It's very easy just to, make a little phone call. If you want, you can call me back, and we can enjoy a nice dinner, maybe some lunch. Maybe we can have sex. I'm into that. Maybe a little touching. If you don't if you're one of those people like not to have sex on the first date, that's fine. I'm okay with that. We can just, maybe hold hands. Maybe we can Instagram together. #selfies together. What are they called when you do them together? They can't be called selfies. Maybe doublies. I don't know. Give me a call. Love you. Oh man. I thought you guys were gonna lose it for a second, man. And all you want to do is create things in CG because you don't want to work with people, then why don't you let other people direct it?
And honestly, dude, I think that he learned that because
with the latest movie?
Oh, no, with Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Because in Clone Wars, he didn't write or direct, but he was constantly there to pitch ideas and stuff like that.
Yeah. Every time Jar Jar popped up, I'm sure it was his idea.
It was probably his idea.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? I really hate some of the fans, and they always bitch they hate Jar Jar, so let's go to bend them down one more time by throwing Jar Jar in there and destroy the entire episode, because we're on such a good run with Clone Wars. You're like 6 episodes into the first season, and then you want to quit watching it when he pops up as a Jedi Bombad in episode 7.
That was the most awesome part, though, dude. Everyone hated the fact that Clone Wars started off really good, and then you get to like a whole episode just on Jar Jar.
Yeah.
That's like Lucas giving you the finger.
Over to FromTheBackTheTank.com for more details, and get ready for an excitingly good time. Also, if you've missed our last show, you can also find us on your Stitcher app. Search Back to Tank. Add us to your favorites. Thank you, and we will see you very soon.
You want to start it?
Start going off
yeah,
with that?
just do what you do. Just like Adam and Eve. Just don't do what you did last time, dude.
I don't even remember what I did last time.
You said Stitcher review, and you said nothing else.
Yeah. I've been listening to it, but I hadn't gotten to that part yet.
Just say adamandeve.com. We have a new deal going on with them, and then I'll jump in.
Adamandeve.com, guys. We've got a new deal starting with them.
Yeah, it is actually 50% off almost any item in their inventory, as well as a free 3 free DVDs. So if you want to get your rocks off, Thomas, or Melissa, 3 free DVDs. You can maybe they'll have some Winchester parody porn. Who knows? Who knows what they may have there? But you get 3 free DVDs plus an extra gift that they don't tell you. So who knows what it could be? Maybe it is a Winchester blow-up doll. Who knows? Plus, you get free
your
shipping.
own first blade.
Yeah. That vibrates. So head over to adamandeve.com and don't forget to enter Deal 30 to get the discount.
You're listening to The Rain Man Show on Rain Man Digital.
Yeah, turn the music up a little bit. Yeah, a little bit louder. Right there.
All right, we're back. Whoa, so stupid. Let's jump into this guy, this California shooting. I have to jump into it. We got to go to the dark area for a minute, but at first I tried to ignore this for the last couple days. I tried to so bad, and finally I had to make a post because I think everyone knows what happened. This kid, this well-to-do, highfalutin kid who was very well off, who wasn't a bad-looking guy, who was a good-looking guy, drove a Beamer, for all intents and purposes, should be able to pull some ass. Basically shot up a bunch of people because he couldn't, get laid, in a sense.
And when you think the world can get any crazier.
Yeah, it's insane. And I cannot I'm going to get into some of the audio that he posted first off, just to prove my point. But I don't understand why anybody, even the liberals, the conservatives, everybody, dude, every group always immediately gets on the news and starts pushing their agendas and blaming why it happened. Oh, it happened because of guns. Oh, it happened because of TV shows. Oh, it happened because of video games. Oh, it happened because of bad parenting. Oh, it's the police's fault because they should have investigated his house when the parents called him. Oh, it's the parents' fault because they should have known what was going on. How come on the news where you should hear these things, even on alternative news, because I watch alternative news, no one says this guy is fucked up. No one says this guy is insane. He shot people because he's a small-dicked, zero integrity, low self-esteem douche bag. That's my diagnosis of this guy. Why? Everyone's afraid to say what it is. This guy was just legitimately insane. You read his biography. His autobiography, he calls it, that he wrote, okay? Not the videos, but the stuff that he's been writing for the past couple months. The issues he has with people and the world in general. He's a child. He's a 5-year-old boy who grew up. He looks like a man now, but still thinks like a child, like an adolescent. He is mad about things that happened in his life. That happens to everybody. And oh, poor me. I, got birthday cake second when I was 5 years old. I still remember my best friend got a birthday cake before I did. Oh, in 7th and 8th grade, I was bullied. I couldn't get sex. Girls didn't look at me as much as the other guy.
Well, because he was a virgin.
No. This here's the thing is that everybody keeps talking about that he was rejected by women, that women turned him down. But the thing is that if you go and actually read his little, his little manifesto, is that every woman that he brings up in there that turned him down or whatever, he never even talked to.
Yeah.
These are just women that he saw. He talked. There was one where he poured a drink on a couple because he was upset that that woman chose the guy she was with over him when he never talked to her.
Yeah.
Or he would get upset when a girl didn't smile back or say hi. And there's people that sympathize with him, which I don't understand. And there's and if you look at these people that sympathize like that, I've seen posts from all the news articles that are coming out that talk about people other guys sympathize with him, and they believe that if a woman had just had sex with him and just gave them just came up and offered herself to him, he wouldn't have done this. But that's the thing, is that when you watch his videos and you read his stuff, he has this very big sense of entitlement because he's from a rich family. He drives a BMW. He, believes himself to be, very good looking. And, because he has all this and he considers himself, the quintessential sophisticated gentleman, that women should just walk up and be like, hey, you're a nice guy and sophisticated gentleman. Please put your penis in my pussy.
Yeah. Well, that probably even brings up, maybe he's not mentally sick. Maybe he just truly is evil. Like Greg said, he has this overwhelming sense of entitlement, and to the point where he's willing to
he's willing to go this far. But the thing is that he's also because he ran because everybody on my fucking Facebook feed has been posting shit about this kid, and so there's other ones where he ran a message board about men who have been who believe that they're being screwed over by women because they they can't pick get a woman, and they've all spent money on those how to pick up women scams. And they're all pissed off, and even after he did all this, there's people on there applauding him for what he did. And last night, because I saw, I figured we were going to talk about this, so I might as well read up on it.
Yeah.
And there was one article where it showed, I don't know if it's Facebook comments or tweets, and guys were just going, "Man, he's some of them are pretty much going ladies, let this be a lesson to you that don't put the nice guys in the friend zone." It's here's the thing: if a girl likes you enough to put you in the friend zone, just shut the fuck up. Don't get pissed. Don't, because
because we'll usually get drunk enough to fuck you at some point.
Oh.
But I mean, it's not the
when are we getting drunk?
if every guy felt that way, there'd be a lot more mass shootings on this planet.
Yeah, this guy and Greg, and Tony, you nailed it with the evil thing. Like the kid, I don't think he was mentally ill, but we shouldn't blame it on. We shouldn't have to investigate why this kid was mentally ill. The kid was plain and simply just an evil son of a bitch who should have been shot and killed or aborted at birth.
People like
Where
that
are his family and his friends to keep an eye out for him and throw him a bone and buy him a hooker?
Yeah, well, you know what? There's a whole website devoted to why. There was a website that was published about why. Probably it might have been the same site that I read, Greg, where they were talking about the reason why we can prevent these things from happening by legalizing prostitution and by legalizing certain things, and how it's society's fault that we've pushed this kid into the back of the bus, basically, in essence, and that we've driven him to kill people. And I'm like, no, listen, dude, I don't even think it has anything to do with sex, number one. It was about entitlement. He felt like he deserved this. The guy's had issues. Supposedly the parents, I don't know what, usually I blame the parents immediately. It's always the parents' fault. But the parents were aware of this, and they've been trying to get him help since he was. He was in therapy since he's been in therapy since 8 years old.
You can't.
That's
you
what
can't
I'm
help
saying.
a person who
Why
has no
doesn't
morals.
someone do the right thing and get him a hooker?
Yeah,
I just
play this out. Like, hey, you're gonna meet up with my friend and just be this sexy random chick at the bar that out of nowhere wants him more than anyone.
But you know what? Do you think that's going to satisfy him? He's the kind of
Probably
guy that would
not,
kill
'cause
the
then he'd
prostitute
expect that.
because
He'd
he's better than her. He's going to feel like he's better than her and murder her.
I don't know if this is the right word, but the word that pops into my head when I think of this guy is amoral. Or he has no morals. He has no
conscience.
He has no conscience. He doesn't really believe in right and wrong. He just believes in what.
Well, that's the thing, is that because he comes from a rich family and he has that entitlement. Is that in one of the articles, the parents even went to the police after they found out about his site and all these writings and these videos, and
the parents did try.
The parents tried, and the police went and interviewed him, and they go, "Seems like a nice kid." And it's just it's like because
he's a master manipulator.
And I think it's not only that, but I think
you're
it's
probably
because
right. He probably just has some sort of severe darkness deep rooted in him.
But it's also because he comes from that family, and he knows how to present himself in the right way because of how he was probably brought up. That the cops are going, oh, he's not going to do anything. But if it were, in case of point, if it was the tables were turned, he was just an average kid from just a regular family. The cops probably would have taken him away. He would have gotten a psych eval.
Yeah,
he would have been found crazy.
The dude had 3 roommates. How could anybody roommate?
This is what I'm saying. This guy, he wrote in his little manifesto that when the police came over, he had his room filled with ammo and guns that he all bought legally, I might say, and the fact that the police didn't find that, maybe they didn't want to infringe on rights. They weren't there to arrest the kid. They were there to do a wellness check, to be fair to the police.
The question is, should they probably have gone to the courts and had a court order to do all that stuff?
You can keep saying it. Who knows? I mean, maybe they should have. But you can go round and around. And I think when it comes down to it, though, when you have a 20-year-old kid, a 22-year-old man, I should say, the only person you could truly blame is him. You can't blame society and what we've done to them.
No, you're
right. You can't blame, the police. You can blame the fact that this kid was evil. And now I'm going to have some audio. I have some audio from this kid. I actually got disgusted listening to the it's actually disturbing listening to this guy and actually watching him, actually seeing the video.
Pleasure. But in those years, I've had to rot in loneliness. It's not fair. You girls have never been attracted to me. I don't know why you girls aren't attracted to me, but I will punish you all for it.
Now, I'm going to say this, give this kid his due when it comes to his looks. He's not a bad-looking guy. He's a good-looking kid. Now, there's a reason why. I'm not the greatest good-looking guy in the world, but I walk into a bar and I can get at least a half a dozen women checking me out as soon as I walk in the room. It's not hard to get women. He wants to play the entitlement and have women, hey, women need to look at you. I need women to come up to me. Dude, put on a nice jacket, go to a bar, flash some fucking money, show up in your nice ride, and you're going to have chicks come up to you like that. And they probably did, but the thing is that this guy probably oozes creep factor. Look at the way he talks. Now, if you're creeped out by him by just listening to him, imagine how it is actually being close to him at a bar or at a restaurant. People aren't going to come up to a guy that gives off the creep factor. Aisha, would you ever go up to a guy that oozed just eerie, narcissistic creepiness?
No, they usually come up to me And I usually end up having to say something really scary to them.
So you'd be killed.
It depends on how
you
they
would have been killed.
Well, because I can sense when they have that vibe.
Yeah.
And I usually pretend to be nice to them.
Yeah.
And then it's still a scary situation.
It's an injustice, a crime, because I don't know what you don't see in me. I'm the perfect guy.
Ugh.
There you go, right there. Ego. He has
yet
this
you throw yourselves at all these...
Go ahead, what?
It's an overinflated sense of ego, along with that, overinflated sense of entitlement. That's sort of like it's an evil combination.
Yeah.
Obnoxious men, instead of me, the supreme gentleman.
Well, stop it there.
Punish all of you for.
I am supreme
gentleman. I don't know. For some reason, I was thinking you throw these men you throw yourself at these other men or whatever. I could have sworn. I don't know if it's late, like another part of the video that I saw where he's like, these brutes, he's giving off the vibe that anytime he goes around, there's other guys around, like we're all just like knuckle draggers and like just sitting there going like, oh, pretty girl, like a pretty girl,
He even has the evil laugh.
On the day of retribution, I am going to enter the hottest sorority house of UCSB. And I will slaughter every single spoiled, stuck-up, blonde slut I see inside there. All those girls that I've desired so much, they would have all rejected me and looked down upon me as an inferior man.
Don't be inferior. Take those bitches. Like, dude, you have money. You go in there and own that shit. Act as if. Like I told Dan all the time.
The
this
reason
guy's
why
a sick bastard.
The
dude.
reason
I
why
hate this guy.
He just he didn't need coaching. He needed to kind of understand that
he needed to be shot in the head.
You already got that.
Too late.
But like. But if he actually went up and tried to, I think what he lacked was the ability to go up and talk to a girl. He expected, because of what he had, and he felt that he
unbelievable
was above having to go and talk to a girl to try and get her attention.
It's just insane, man. I don't understand. I really.
If I ever made a sexual,
we keep trying to break down this guy, and there's just no way to break down a person just plainly, simply evil.
I think the media really should, end trying to analyze why. It's just an evil seed.
Yeah.
Towards them.
Macaulay Culkin, if you will.
While they throw themselves at these obnoxious brutes. I'll take great pleasure in slaughtering all of you. You will finally see that I am.
Is he reading from
It also sounds so staged.
It almost seems like he has like a tablet on his dash or something, or it's on his dash.
Superior one.
Yeah.
The true alpha male.
Dude, you ain't alpha, dude. Believe me. You are a pussy. You're a small-dicked pussy. Yes, thank you for laughing.
Evil laugh.
After I've annihilated every single girl in the sorority house.
I hate that this video is going to be worshipped by serial killer type
That's
people.
The thing.
There's already people saying are in love with this guy, posting in forums saying they love this guy. He is so hot. Why couldn't he find me before he killed these people? He's so dreamy. We love him. He's our hero. Why? Why do we worship people like this?
It's happened before with other killers. It's unbelievable. I don't know what the fascination is with it.
Take to the
well, Charles Manson, I get, because he's
exactly.
dreamy. He's
there
dreamy.
Streets of
I mean, that beard. Oh, right, Aisha?
No one could ever be that hot.
And slay every single person I see.
How many times is he gonna? He needs to start working on his. He needs to use a thesaurus. He needs to start finding better words. He's just using slay over and over.
He needs a director or something.
Yeah. He should have called his dad to tighten up the script. Oh, Jesus!
All those popular kids who live such lives of hedonistic pleasure while I've had
hedonistic pleasure? Oh, I'm so sorry, dude, that I wasn't trying to help you get laid. When I was trying to get a girl.
He probably believes all frat parties end up in like some sort of
giant
all-out orgy.
This sounds like some dialogue from Catching Fire.
I really want to know if this dude's ever just with all this frustration he has, if he's ever really just kind of rubbed one off to kind of help loosen.
He should have murdered his dick.
In loneliness for all these years.
He probably did.
They've all looked down upon me every time I tried to go out and join them. They've all treated me like a mouse.
A mouse?
Well, now, I will be a god compared to you. We'll all be animals. You are animals, and I will slaughter you again. Just for the crime of living a better life than me.
Whoa. Stop it right there.
You've never accepted.
Lived a better life than you. Hold on a second there, fucking Richie Rich. Like, a better life than you? Oh, because we've all gotten, like, most of us in this room, have gone up to the opposite sex and actually talked to them and tried to hit on them and actually try to, get them to, form, like, some sort of conversation.
Right.
And we've all failed and we've all learned, okay, well, I'll do this differently. Okay, then, or, whatever. But this kid just feels that, we've lived better lives than him. No, we've actually lived life. We haven't sat there going like, well, I have money and a nice car so that I don't have to fucking say a word.
You know what? Like, I don't want to make this sound the wrong way, but
you're going to.
Yeah, I'm about to. But if this kid would have survived or kept on living, he would have been a perfect Bond villain or a supervillain.
Oh.
I think he would have grown up to become like the next maybe...
You dumb fuck!
Yes, like Osama bin Laden or Saddam Hussein. And probably would have like invested in money to get himself superpowers or an armor.
I just found some additional audio from his video here.
All you motherfuckers are gonna pay.
Oh my God! I think it would. He would have like been the perfect motherfucker from Kick-Ass.
Gay bitch.
All right. On that note, we do got to go to break. I can listen to this audio and break it down for days, but it just creeps me out. So we're gonna go to break. Come back and in about a couple seconds.
Hey, ass butt.
We have Kim Rhodes on the line from Supernatural, among many other things. All right, let's move from serious, and then we're gonna let you go because I know we've kept you on longer than I said. So.
Oh no, that's okay. Daddy's putting the kid to bed. So I'm like I said, I'm sitting on the roof, and I put the cat inside. So we take
on the
our
roof
time.
with the beer.
All right,
on the roof with the beer, talking about alcoholism. Woohoo!
All right, so let's play it. Do you mind? Let's play a little F, Marry, Kill. Okay, let's get a little childish here for a minute.
Okay.
Let's start with good guys first, okay? I'm very curious to find out. Okay, we're going to give you Sam. Let's say Jared. No, let's keep it in the character form.
Keep it
we got it. There's a big difference there. There's a big difference
I
between
know.
you giving me Sam and you giving me Jared. And are you giving Kim or are you giving Jody?
Let's go with Kim. I think it's going to be a lot
more
interesting.
much more fun. Yeah, it's much more fun that way.
All right, so
okay.
Kim. Okay, we're speaking to Kim now, so please focus on Kim.
Thank you. We're speaking. Can we call in the spirit?
Channel your inner Kim.
Kim, can you come forward?
Okay.
All right, so Jared Padalecki, Jensen Ackles, or Misha Collins. Who would you F, marry, kill? You have to choose.
Oh, I would marry Jensen. I would fuck the shit out of Misha, and I'd have to kill Jared just because he would be the most missed. Like I think the world would rise to support his loss. Like if he were killed, there would be a big fucking hole on this planet. He is an amazing human being. I think the fans would support his children and his wife.
He's really thought on this. I think you've dwelled on this question before.
Yeah, no, that's very funny. No, the answer I haven't, and the answer just came to me. Jensen is. I would like to marry him just because I'd like to sit silently on a sofa with him and know everything's okay.
Don't miss the all-new Supernatural fan show, The Crossroads. Available on Stitcher and iTunes. Search The Crossroads.
All right, so Dollar Shave, guys. Dollar Shave is a new advertiser on the network. All of us shave in this. Do we all shave in here, or do you have you have a big beard?
I have quite the beard.
But
beard. I do actually. I shave my neck and I shave my cheeks. So
what about your penile area? Okay. All right, and you? Do you? I mean,
I shave things, not my face.
See, me.
Wow.
I shave my entire body.
Sometimes
what? Really?
Oh yeah, I shave every part of my body, and by the time I'm done shaving, the razor's usually done.
Yeah,
it's gone. It's done. And electric razors don't work as well as they're supposed to. And I find myself, I loathe going to the store buying razors. So the good thing about Dollar Shave is that you select, they have a bunch of great razors for you. You pay a low monthly fee, and then they send them right to your door. So you don't even have to worry about shopping. Now, I don't know, I like that little slogan. We go right to your door. I'm sure it's in your mailbox, but it would be nice if it was right at your door. Nobody delivered. This isn't, Mayberry days. They don't deliver. Well, golly, I got the mail for you.
Gee, golly, here's your razors there, Johnny.
So to get started, just click on the banner at the bottom of our webpage, supernaturalthecrossroads.com, and start shaving dim body parts.
Or other people.
All right, this is the Rain Man Show. RainManWasHere.com, Stitcher, iTunes. Search Rain Man. Also, we're going to be doing I'm going to be bringing up the radio stream back up, probably, hopefully, in the next couple weeks, maybe even sooner. I've been working on an app, Aisha. It's pretty nice.
Woo.
And it'll have the on-demand episodes there, but also have the 24-hour stream playing. It'll be our show. It's not going to just be the replays. It'll also be filled with some parody bits, some old Mental Lives bits. Basically some of the best of stuff from Cazador in general. Since we have so much material, I'll use that as filler. So we'll have like our replay, then we'll probably fill up the block of hour that's remaining. Let's say we have 25, 30 minutes left to the next hour, to the top of the hour. We'll fill it up with filler. So it'll be fun. It'll be a nice, enjoyable, something good for the Cazador people who want to relive the Cazador moments, as well as new people who haven't heard stuff before. So, which is kind of interesting, exposing our brand to new people, because I've been putting a lot of our bits on the Supernatural show, like as bumpers, and people will send me messages laughing. I'm like, where is this from? And I'm like, well, it's from Rain Man Digital. It says it right there. So I don't think people get that we do other shows. Some people just don't comprehend it. They're like, oh, there's another show. Okay. So they're enjoying it. But anyways, all right, we have Maggie. Maggie, you said there was something, you came into the studio because you found something that you knew I'd like.
Yes.
And I was kind of, we were watching TV.
Yeah.
And
it was on Hulu.
It was on Hulu, and I hate reality television, but there's a show that was a Prince Harry concept.
I Want to Marry Prince Harry. Or I Want to Marry Harry, and it's in quotations, which we missed.
Well, it's funny because it's a good way to market something. Turn it down a little bit, Craig. It's a good way to market something because I freaked out. I was like, wait a second. I'll watch this because it's Prince Harry. I'm like, there's no way they would ever allow, the Queen would ever allow Prince Harry to be on a reality show. Let
alone one to be married.
They would rekindle the Jack the Ripper. They would bring him back and make him again to murder him and all the women contestants before they ever aired. So there'd be no witnesses, because they would not allow that type of publicity and paparazzi to surround their family. And just, let's be honest, reality television is not classy. I don't think the White House. I don't think the royal families that'll want that. So I flipped out and I had Maggie start searching it, and you found out that it wasn't really Prince Harry, but damn, that guy looks just like him.
It's his doppelganger. They do say it's his doppelganger. So basically,
it isn't just a lookalike.
No,
that guy looks
like
just
him.
Like him.
Yes. So the whole concept is that this man has to trick these women into believing that he's actually Prince Harry, and so they go through this
My grandson.
So it's basically The Bachelor, but it's Prince Harry. So they have to go through these 12 women to
bitches. Call them bitches. That's what they are. Trying to get my Harry's pants. Can't I tell you?
So,
only I can. I used to massage it for him so he could go sleepy time when he was a baby. It relaxes him. Don't judge me. Don't judge me, you fetish bitch. Go ahead.
So basically, they have the 12 women that basically have to fight for his love, but they really don't know it's not Prince Harry.
That is the best.
Oh, that is going to be so sweet at the end.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
They're going to find out.
It's going to be pretty.
Pull your pants down, show me your cock. If he's cut, you know it's not him.
So dumb. You know what?
That is going to be so sweet at the end.
I
these
hate-
bitches crying.
Yeah.
I just want to die. I want to be royal.
Yeah, you know, this is like the best thing ever for them too, because this isn't just like who wants to marry a millionaire. You're marrying royalty.
Yeah.
Okay.
These
Sarah.
dumb broads have to realize you have to be of noble birth to marry someone in the royal family.
But even then, there's rumors of the royal family like giving people like blood infusions to keep the blood in the family.
Yeah.
So these bitches are stupid.
Yeah. I'll take a blood transfusion. Like, that's what they want to do. Like, yeah, you guys know that? Did you guys know that? That there's a rumor that it's a conspiracy belief, but it's that the royal family actually, when they, like Middleton, for example, when she married in, that they actually have to undergo a complete blood transfusion with
so
their
the bloodline
blood,
doesn't get tainted?
Right, so the bloodline remains pure.
Exactly.
That's why they're all, like, kind of dopey looking.
Hillbillies do the same
No
thing, but
wonder.
it's like
But they
it's
do it with,
free.
They do it with semen.
Yeah.
Oh.
Here you go, little Betsy. Ingest my semen. I don't want to, Daddy. Please don't make me ingest your semen. We gotta keep the bloodline.
Why is she black?
We gotta keep the bloodline pure, Betsy.
The only difference between royalty and
Greg wants
hillbillies
to
is
jump
like
in.
the income
Royalty
level.
will space it out a little bit.
Hold on.
They'll
one
like
second.
pair a
hold-
daughter
hey,
with
hey,
a grandpa.
The tot with the fucking cock in the mouth. Shut the fuck up. I'm about to speak. First off, don't fucking compare the royal family to your fucking hillbillies. Right? Okay, the royal family is descended from God. So
Turn off
shut
your
the fuck
music.
up. So, you know, you fucking people, when you've got them Americans, you fucking comparing them to hillbillies when fucking your own people would fucking fall for this joke every fucking time. So you're all fucking stupid. So this is genius. But the thing is that the people in the UK already know it's not him. Because seriously.
Do you think they do?
You can easily tell if it's him or not. I mean, he's fucking royalty. I mean, this guy.
Go ahead. Tell us how it is, British Greg.
This guy doesn't really seem like he's a real rock and roller. The real Prince Harry is a real rock and roller. You can tell by the way he walks and he parties that he is a real rock and roller. This guy is a fucking chump. He's from... Where the fuck did he say he was from? It's fucking Essex or something like that.
Yeah, he is from the UK, actually, though.
Exeter. Yeah, who the fuck would really believe somebody from Exeter can look like the fucking prince? I mean, seriously. He's probably got a tattoo. He's probably got a fuck... Well, you people, you call them tramp stamps? I'm sure, like, the two fucking women who here got him, you know. I mean, especially the one sitting across from me. She's probably got a fucking tramp stamp, you know. He's probably just fucking hit me here. So, for all intents and purposes, don't ever compare the royal family to your fucking hillbillies. I'll come over there, and I'll fucking kickstart your fucking jaw with my foot. You got that?
You all look like you inbreeded.
Hey, listen. To be fair, we all keep it. We all keep it in the family. That's all that matters. In the end, Greg.
That's fucking
British
retarded.
Greg. British
That's
Greg.
fucking retarded. Even for the fucking Filipino in the room, you all look the fucking same to me. So you're fucking inbreeding on your own goddamn island, anyways. We swear to God, we can fucking nuke that place and nobody will miss it.
Jesus.
Oh, you eat shit. I'm out of here.
All right, British Greg's left the room. Anyways, so now, Maggie, do we know if the British people actually do they think that this is Harry as well?
No.
They don't.
No.
But that's not the gimmick. The gimmick isn't for us to think it is. It's the gimmick is for the contestants.
Yes, the whole time they thought it was actually Prince Harry, and they find out at the end that it's not actually him.
You know, they think their life is over. Their life is over at the end when they
Right? Like, how many of these women have committed suicide?
Yeah. Oh man! You imagine though, like the one that wins, like, oh yes, I'm rich, I'm famous.
Right?
Suck
She's
it,
on a homicidal
suck it.
rampage.
She like quits her job. She like tells everybody off, you know, in her family. She's like, fuck you,
I'm marrying royals, bitch.
And then they find out, dude, that's got to be in the contract. There's got to be something in
that was like very
fine print. Like, this isn't.
You can't sue us.
Or they put Prince Harry in like parentheses the entire contract, like Prince Harry, you know, and they don't even use his real name. They actually give him the title Prince Harry because that's not legally his name. So you were in your contract here. Whoever wins will actually marry Prince Harry. I feel like Dr. Evil wrote the contract.
His name is Harry.
Oh man! All right, so I'm gonna. I think I hate to admit this, but I might be watching my first reality show.
Oh god!
I'm gonna make you watch it.
I think it's a good concept. It's kind of unique. You know, and I have a thing for the royals. Like, I don't want to watch the royal wedding is so awesome. Like, I don't want to watch the royal wedding. I think that's fucking bullshit. You know, but this, I like British people and I like British culture, and I think the royal family is an enigma to me. And it would be interesting to kind of see what people, you know, like how they portray Prince Harry, and then all these women, just knowing that we're part of the inside joke and seeing how completely clueless these women are.
Wait until that final episode. The tears will start flowing.
We might end up...
you mean I ain't going to Buckingham Palace?
We might end up getting another video like this.
And girls, all I've ever wanted was to love you.
So dumb. Okay.
Why did you have to play that?
All right. Thank you, Maggie, for stopping by.
No problem.
I appreciate it very, very much. You know what? Quick break again. We're going to be right back, and we're going to jump right into news with Aisha.
Spy. Don't make me destroy you.
Listen, you can waterboard me all day, but it doesn't make it so.
Yes.
No, I'm not.
Yes.
No. Hello? Vader?
Yes. No.
What's going on here?
What? I knew this wasn't going to work. Why didn't you say so before?
What? What is all this? What's going on?
Piece of crap. We made him. This Vader's a fake. He's just a robot. The real one would never be caught down here on Tatooine. He hates this place. Reminds him too much of his past.
Yeah, like when he used to go by the name Annie.
Just thinking about tomorrow clears away the cobwebs and sorrow.
Oh, hell.
Hello, I'm Michael Flores, the host of Star Wars show From the Back to Tank. If you're a fan of Star Wars, or if you've ever seen Star Wars, this is going to be the show that you're going to want to check out. It's a new type of radio show filled with talk, rumors, gossip, and comedy. Go to FromTheBackToTank.com for more details.
Come with me into the trees. We lay on the grass and let hours pass. Take my hand, come back to the land. Let's get away just for one day.
All right, we are back. It's the Rain Man Show. RainManWasHere.com. Every week we have a new show. All right, let's. On that note, let's just jump right in. We're going way over today. Let's jump right in the news with Aisha.
News! Yay, news! So, currently in the world...
Hold on. Let's play a little bit. You gotta get the shoulders going first a little bit. And then... There you go. Take it away.
Happening in the world today.
All right.
Our school systems suck nuts.
Like, what's going on?
In Oklahoma City, there is a school that in the past week let 2 children wander off campus. One of them is 4 years old. So it's like it's an elementary school. Monroe Elementary School in Oklahoma City. A 4-year-old had wandered away from the school. The big thing about this one is that this particular 4-year-old was autistic.
Oh.
So he couldn't speak and doesn't know anything about the world. And just wandering away, helpless in the world, and the school didn't even seem to notice.
So he was he?
And he wasn't the first.
When did they notice that he disappeared?
It doesn't really say how long it took them. It says that a woman noticed him wandering the streets alone right before he got to a busy intersection.
Oh, Jesus.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I would be pissed off.
That's a lawsuit.
Yeah, I mean,
he made it a third of a mile away from the school.
First off, how you're in special education, you're in those classes
exactly. They should be with an adult at all times.
Right, they're watched very carefully. So who dropped the ball on that one?
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus.
The district sent out a statement saying that Monroe Elementary has made security improvements to prevent similar occurrences from happening again.
Security improvements. We actually hired capable teachers. That is our security measurements. We actually fired the other bitches and brought on some competent women to do the job. I would be furious. Now, do you think they kept this from the parents? Did they try to? I'm like, don't tell. No harm, no foul.
It says... The school didn't tell her too much about what happened, and that the school didn't even tell her who had brought her back. Like, she had to find out on her own.
Now,
the mom basically did her own investigating.
Was she full on autistic, or was she just slightly?
It's a little boy, a 4-year-old little boy, and it says he has autism to the point where he can't speak. So I'm assuming pretty severe autism if a 4-year-old isn't speaking at all.
That's not cool, bro.
Yeah. So and it's not like he was the first child. This happened a week before, and there was another child that wandered off. So. They're lucky that these kids are still alive and not severely injured or anything.
Or
kidnapped, molested, let alone murdered or anything, like hit by a car.
Yeah. What else do we have in the news?
Next,
what else?
More schools sucking nuts. A school in Vancouver, Washington has a teacher that, I get what this teacher's trying to do. It's a great system to try to teach the kids money and prioritizing, but this teacher has an economic system set up for the class where they earn money, and then that money can buy them treats or whatnot. But that money is also bathroom passes. So you have to have money.
You have to earn money.
Yeah, which is totally inhumane. Like, once things are imposing on your rights as a human, let alone as an American, that's not really cool. Especially in an elementary school. Like, kids aren't going to think, I want that piece of candy, I can go pee later. No. They're not.
Miss Johnson, listen, if you're not going to let me go to the bathroom, I'm going to pop a squat and shit on your desk.
Yeah. So 2 children.
Let me go, you fat bitch. I swear to God, if I see you eat another fucking Tootsie.
2 children had accidents at school over this because they decided they had money passes, like bathroom passes, but they decided to get treats instead, and the teacher wouldn't let them use the bathroom.
Guess what? I just made a Tootsie Roll on my chair, you bitch.
Wouldn't that be considered child abuse?
Right?
Child abuse? Have you ever pissed
Well,
your
it definitely
pants in
depends on
fucking
the
class?
state that, but I'm pretty sure Washington has laws against that kind of shit.
It's child endangerment and everything.
Listen,
that's a health issue.
What, if you want to teach your kid economics and how to, earn money, that's a great idea.
That's a great system for the class,
but do not do it for the bathroom, because in real life, you don't need to save money to take a piss. You know how easy it is for
only
me to
in
take
New
a
York
piss?
If you have to pee in public, do you have to pay to use the bathroom?
Oh, do you really?
They have public porta potties that you have to pay for. Yeah.
If my teacher told me to, or if my kid came to school or came home and told me that I had to earn tokens to go pee, and my son had no money because he spent it on lollipops or whatever, I'd be like, listen, son, good for you. And now what you're gonna do is when you need to go pee, you're gonna go find the farthest corner,
desk.
okay, or you're gonna go under the teacher's desk and you're gonna pee in the desk. I wouldn't care if he did that, because that is inhumane.
Well, and it's partially
Are they
that
pulling that rule? They better.
I didn't read the whole article. It's kind of up for debate right now. So I'm sure that they will force the teacher, because it's multiple incidents, and these parents are pretty pissed.
What grade is it? If it's like a 3rd grade,
they're 9 years old, so I think it's 4th, 5th grade.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so you bet your ass.
But still, at that point,
I'm gonna fucking piss in her cup and give her some lemonade. Fat bitch.
Now, could you also on that same right though, Aisha? Can you possibly save up tokens and maybe just spend all day in the bathroom?
Right? Why hasn't some kid thought of that?
I would do.
It doesn't really say, but it does
Yeah.
say that a bathroom trip cost $50 in their fake money. I don't know how often or what quantity that money's doled
That's
out.
a lot of money.
Seriously.
Fucking retarded.
Holy
That's
crap.
highway robbery on a piss.
Toilet paper.
When I was a kid, I used to save up all my lunch money that my mom gave to me. And I would spend it once every 2 weeks, and I would roll up there like a pimp, and I'd buy all the hot chicks food with me. I'm like, come on, I'm gonna get. They didn't know it. They would just be there. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get everybody lunch today, and people would love it. I would be like a pimp. So if this was a token gimmick when I was in school, I would do the exact same thing. I would save up the tokens. I wouldn't go pee, and then I'd be like, listen, you want to come to the bathroom with me, dude? I'm like, all right, let's go, homie. You know what I mean? I would be the go-to guy, because when you create economics is great, but when you create a need, you also create greed and corruption. And that's what I would do. I would be the corrupt one, selling tokens for favors.
Yeah, it definitely depending on the environment that the kids are being raised in. Like, there's a lot of different things that could happen with that kind
Come
of
on,
system.
Tabitha, come in the bathroom with me. We're going to have a good
But
time.
it says that the school didn't even, I'm assuming the teacher didn't tell any administrators in the school, and neither did the students, because the parents didn't realize, they didn't know anything. The school didn't tell them anything. Their kids came home in other clothes because they'd pissed themselves. So the parents are like, okay, well, where'd you get these other clothes from?
Yeah.
And they had to pry it out of the kids.
That's so wrong.
That's messed up.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, swear to God, I was sitting there one day coloring a fucking picture and I fucking pissed myself.
Well, Greg, if you were friends with me, I'd be able to give you a token.
Yeah, well, that's fucking bullshit. You gave it all the fucking whores and never pay attention to me.
All the girls that want to play in the monkey bars with me.
I'm gonna get upset. I'm gonna drive my big wheel down there. I'm gonna throw shit at people. I'm so mad.
That's funny.
I'm gonna start throwing my shit like a fucking ape. Now let me go to the bathroom, you fat bitch. How's that feel?
All right.
I had corn last night.
Fuck that fat fuck.
All right. What else do we have in the news?
Next in the news, a crocodile is hospitalized after being crushed by a woman.
A crocodile was hospitalized?
Yes.
That must be one hell of a woman.
Crocodile.
Oh my God! Listen, I was out.
A 7-foot reptile named Theodore.
7-foot reptile
was traveling in a circus bus when.
Wait, hold on. We actually have. I think we have the woman here. First, read the article. Then I think we have the woman on the line who actually crushed the alligator. Go ahead, finish the article. So we all know what's going. So we all know what actually happened.
A 260-pound woman. Whilst the woman and this reptile were traveling in a circus bus, the vehicle took a sharp turn and sent the woman, who was not wearing a seatbelt, tumbling into his pit.
They need to put the bearded lady in her own carriage or like a...
How fat was she? Was she really big, or was she just...
I'm assuming she's
now,
just
was this at a
large.
zoo, or is this out in the
260
outdoors?
pounds, but it also doesn't say... No, they're traveling. They're traveling circus.
Oh, a traveling circus. Okay.
So they're in a circus together. She must be
So
the
is
fat lady that sings.
Oh, okay.
Bearded fat lady.
All right. On that note, I think we have her on the line. Go ahead. Do we have fat alligator crusher woman Greg on the line?
Now listen, I just want to make something clear. That I was not thrown from my seat. When we took that sharp turn, I purposely launched myself onto that son of a bitch. He kept trying to take my fucking Twinkies and my fucking ho-hos, so I had to teach that reptilian son of a bitch a lesson. And you know what's going to happen now? Is that fucker's going to become my luggage. So this is what you get for messing with fat people, you alligator piece of shit. Make sure you come down to the circus and check out my show. It's called The Adventures of Backtit. Blah!
Come all down to the circus. Come see the fat lady known as Backtit. She's crushed an alligator and many men before you. Come here, kid. If you're lucky, you pay me an extra $1. I'll let you get into the pit with the fat lady. How does that sound? I don't know, mister. I'd like to go home tonight. It's kind of shitty you're trying to kill me. Nah, come on, Zen. You're not going to die. It's perfectly safe. We've got nets there. You've got nets. It's going to crush me under that fat bitch.
Oh, Jesus. All right. What else do we have in the news, Aisha? Anything that's going to beat that one? Anything entertaining would
Next,
be good.
More animals. A rare sawfish was discovered washed up on a beach in Florida.
Oh, wait. A sawfish.
Sawfish. This looks like a crazy dinosaur.
Now, can they hurt people because it's a saw? Like, is it a saw? Like, is it sharp? Is it named because they're just in the shape of a saw?
It looks...
Or is it like a table saw or a hand saw?
It looks like they have a big chainsaw coming off the front of their face.
Oh. So are they sharp?
Holy
Do they cut people then?
Let's see what the article
Don't Google
has
it. Let's have Greg Google it while you read me the article. Greg, if you don't mind. Aisha, go ahead and read the article for me. Computer.
It says no. It says denied.
It says denied. All right. Scrolling. No do-do-do-do's.
All right. Well, we get no information on the sawfish.
No.
Because my computer decided.
Well, what else do we have in the news? Let's just move on. While Greg Googles that information, what else do we have in the news?
Next in the news.
I'm having Triple M flashbacks right now.
My computer is frozen.
Is it frozen for real?
Like for real, for real.
Well,
you want me to find a picture of this thing, Mike?
Closing some
just if you could find out if they really do, like if they're
dangerous.
If they're dangerous, if they're called a saw because yes, it looks like a saw, but also can they like cut a motherfucker up?
They look pokey.
And not like Gumby's counterpart, right?
No, not like the horse.
So dumb.
There's not much really information on this.
They're nocturnal, usually sleeping during the day and hunting at night. Despite fearsome appearances, they do not attack people unless provoked or surprised.
Okay, well that's, anything could surprise them. They could be swimming, someone jumps in the lake with them, or the river, or the ocean, I should say, and boom. What else do we have in the news, Aisha? Do we have anything yet?
All right. Okay.
Are you ready? Hold on.
Oh, and by the way, this is an endangered species, guys.
Okay. We've already moved on.
Yeah.
What
Moving on.
What else do we have in the news? All right.
Next in the news, strip club employee takes off clothes and masturbates in jail.
Oh, okay. That just did something for me. Well, is she attractive? Who cares? Don't ruin it for me.
For a black bitch, I mean, if you're into that.
Yeah.
She's probably purple.
Wow. Jesus
Holy
Christ.
crap.
Female Dan Jr. over there.
Sorry. Lakeisha Johnson, a 29. I can't read today. 29-year-old employee of a strip club Tootsie's Cabaret in Miami was suspected of stealing an iPad after seen hopping fences behind homes in Broward County.
Well, that's ghetto.
You're right.
A stripper hopping fences and shit, stealing iPads?
Deputies say when they approached her...
Is she fucking Ethan Hunt, or is she a freaking stripper?
She's both.
I think she thinks that she's a spy stripper.
Jumping fences. What is this?
Mastermind.
Freaking Shaun of the Dead?
Deputies say when they approached Johnson, she began taking off her clothes and using vulgar language. The iPad was not found in Johnson's possession, but she was arrested and charged with resisting an officer without violence. It was when Johnson came...
You can resist without violence? Then why would it be resisting? Those police
like
officers,
running
man,
is resisting without violence.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. If the
what
cops
if
say stop, you're under arrest.
Hey, officer, I'm just trying to get my exercise. I don't want to stop my heart rate. I want to keep it going. Do you mind if I can just jog
maybe
in
at the
place?
end of the block.
All right.
It was when Johnson came to the Hallandale Beach jail that officers say she began repeatedly removing her clothing, exposing her genitals, buttocks, and breasts, and masturbating.
It's part of the
She
show.
also allegedly shook the cell door and offered to perform a sex act in exchange for her release.
It's a typical show.
She works it.
Yeah.
She didn't let prison prevent her from getting the job done.
Yeah.
She looks pleased.
Yeah.
She looks like she had a good adventure.
I bet.
Does she have teeth?
Who knows? Probably not.
You ruined the image for me. Sometimes it's better.
And sometimes
not
it's
to
better
know.
without teeth.
Oh,
It's just chiclets.
No, I like a little teeth. I like a little scrapage. A little scrapage is good sometimes. It gets it extra sensitive.
To
She was
their own.
auditioning.
Yeah. So stupid.
Hey, man, Tyler, I'll tell you what, man. I was down at the 46th precinct last night, man. I got arrested for some bullshit. Not, saying I wasn't carrying anything or nothing, but I mean, it was only because I was black. But then I saw this weird thing. They brought in this stripper, and I swear to God, man, she started taking her shit off and fucking doing a show in the goddamn cell. Now, I would have made it rain if the man hadn't taken all my money and my wallet. But I swear to God, I'm going to find out what club she at, and I'm going to go make it rain there, and then hopefully maybe give her a kid and then leave.
You could make it rain with cigarettes, Greg.
Yeah.
That's the.
Man, I ain't making it rain no goddamn cigarettes. You know what I get for a fucking box of cigarettes, man? Fuck you. So stupid.
So what else do we have in the news, Aisha? Anything else interesting?
Next in the news, cop allegedly caught masturbating in Starbucks.
Wow. Really?
A Camden, New Jersey officer.
Pre-latte or after latte?
I think he was trying to add a little extra protein to his latte.
They forgot to add the protein filler. So he was like, I'm gonna put
He had
some
to put it
protein.
in himself.
Put some protein
This
on
is
my
what
latte.
the article says.
Is he black or white? So I know get the right voice.
I think he's Italian, so
Oh,
I mean,
never mind.
does that count as white? I don't count that as white.
It'll be a little greasy.
No, they're like the Mexicans of Europe.
No,
Not even the Spaniards
the
are
Mexicans
that.
are Europe or Spanish, I would say.
No,
they're basically European Mexicans over there. The Spaniards.
Moving on to the news. A Camden, New Jersey officer has been removed from duty and charged with disorderly lewdness after police say he was caught masturbating in Starbucks. On May 7th, Lieutenant Benito Gonzalez Jr., okay, he's Mexican,
Hey, he was
allegedly
off duty.
pulled down his shorts while seated at a table inside the coffee store and began apparently trying to put his own foam on his latte.
So stupid. Is that just them playing with clever words, or is that really?
I think
what he
that's
did?
them putting a pun on words,
come
but I
on,
think
he
he
was
was
off
probably
duty.
like he was
He
either
was getting
jerking it
off
under the
duty.
table or jerking it into his drink under the table.
Come on, I had a hard day. I was working all day arresting motherfuckers, and I wanted to get some coffee, and they forgot my protein and my extra shot of espresso, so I decided to give myself my own shot of energy boost.
Bitch wouldn't give me cream.
Vote for Pedro. All right. That's freaking funny. I don't know what's going on in people's minds. Like, yeah, I think I'm gonna whip out my dick and start masturbating.
Like, he couldn't sit there and go, like, you know what? I really have the urge to just, fucking masturbate right now. There's a bathroom, a perfectly good bathroom he'd go in.
He probably thought
Fucking
while
rub
he's-
out in the stall. And then come back
Sometimes you just can't get it up with all that
He
privacy.
probably thought that
Go
since
in
he's
your
still
car.
in uniform, he was still in uniform, that it probably allowed him at least some leeway.
Yeah.
Well, it
listen,
says that
I mean, at least
Philly.com
you know what?
reports that last
Listen,
week.
Listen. You're in the middle of a public spot, masturbating. I think we've all tapped our dick a little bit, maybe. If you're a little horny and you're like, I'm just going to tap it for a second, briefly, no one's going to know, I'll just tap it for a second. Voluntarily, my hand went there, involuntarily went down there, I'm not going to tap my penis. But to whip out your dick, I mean, there's something wrong mentally with someone that does that. It's not normal. It's just not normal to masturbate like that.
It's one thing to rub it over the pants, but to actually pull it out...
It's too much effort, too. Especially if he's an officer. I mean, you know how hard it is to take off all that police uniform? You got the body armor, you got the 2 layers of pants, you got the stuff that protect you from the heat.
And all of a sudden you get a call.
You got your walkie-talkie going off.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, shit.
Listen, don't think for one second those cops don't masturbate in their cars when they're sitting there bored to death at night in their
they
car.
have that little computer in there.
I'd be
of
whacking
course.
it. Of course, I mean, I don't blame the whacking. I blame the guy, Officer Benito, who did it like at Starbucks for no reason. What else is in the news?
Next in the news, a woman in Anchorage, Alaska got the shock of her life when she discovered her ex-husband, who had been declared missing a year before, was actually dead underneath the staircase.
No.
How?
How did you die underneath? Did someone murder him and put him under there, or did she like?
The smell didn't give it away?
The article says the home they'd previously lived in together had been rented out to tenants, but before the tenants moved in, McAlpine, the dude's last name, apparently decided to return to the home and tuck into a crawl space underneath the staircase. There he died from what may have been drug-related causes.
Weird.
Hey, man, listen, really before you guys move in, I just need to, redo something underneath the staircase, man. And, yeah, so basically, man, you guys can move in like in 2 days from now. Just 2 days from now. That's all you need, man. That's all you need. That's all I need is 2 days, man. Come on. Oh, man.
I don't know about that one. Crackhead Greg. Now, Aisha, so, okay, explain this to me, because I didn't really follow. Now, he just got, do they live in a castle? Like, how do you get lost? How do you get lost under the staircase unless you're Harry Potter and his parents put him in there?
He must have just fallen asleep and OD'd or something. Like, I'm assuming they don't have the autopsy information yet.
How old is this couple?
The bitch killed him.
Yeah. How old is this couple?
The man was 37.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
She killed him. I'm sorry.
You think?
Yeah.
It says the police don't suspect foul play, but yeah, a year later, that'd be a good time to let your husband's dead body be found.
Fuck the police.
Yeah, I don't know if the police know what they're doing in that case. I mean,
it's Alaska. It's where Sarah Palin's from.
So dumb. In Alaska, we have nothing better to do than let a man go missing for a year.
They put lipstick on bulldogs in Alaska.
I don't know how that can happen, and I can't believe she's not being considered a suspect.
Well, what they find crazy is that there were tenants living there for a whole year.
Oh, there's new people living there.
Yeah, so he went in, like, it was empty. He went in.
Oh, you imagine finding
maybe
that person?
jerk off in the crawl space and just passed out and died. Who knows?
Jerk off in this crawl space.
And
the
new tenants moved in.
Here, let me finish.
And they never
the
looked under the stairs or noticed. Like, they must have had the worst olfactory senses ever.
Oh, of course.
Because how do you not notice
look at you using
decrepit
olfactory
corpse? Next in the news. Oh. Manuel Montano Herrera hit a traffic camera and drove off with it. So this 19-year-old kid slams into I don't think so.
He wanted the
slams into a traffic pole with a camera mounted onto it, and the pole kind of like landed in his truck.
Yeah, it did.
And he just drove off with it.
He just kept going.
And then he was going to sell it a couple of weeks later, maybe.
So dumb.
Yeah.
He
So he's been charged with hit and run traffic collision and grand theft.
And what's his name? Is he a Mexican?
Manuel Montano Herrera.
Hello.
Yes, very Mexican. He has 2 last names.
I heard that if you break the camera, they won't get you.
If you sell it back to them.
Yeah.
I don't, like, how high or fucked up do you have to be to, like, have that be an okay strategy that goes through your mind?
No, he's illegal. Duh.
Yeah. What else do we have in the news? Anything? We have time for one more.
Perfect.
One more.
I have one more.
One more.
Next in the news. Oh no, the sky is falling. Actually, deers.
Deer?
Yes. And deer falls from the sky and smashes a mother's car.
All right.
God, yes.
I'm looking for... It's raining reindeer. Oh.
A deer seemingly fell from the sky onto a Chicago highway, nearly crushing a mother and her 4 children. Heidi Connor was driving at more than 70 miles per hour westbound on Interstate 90 when an animal suddenly obliterated her windshield.
God was pissed.
I have a feeling that this broad is just really, like, ditzy and dumb as fuck, and she hit the deer, and it bounced up on her windshield, and she just thought it fell.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking, too.
Oh, Bambi.
What are the police saying? Hard-hitting question. What else? What are the police saying?
Witnesses told Illinois police state trooper that the deer jumped or fell from a nearby overpass. So people that were around to see this
deer.
are saying that she didn't hit it. Yeah.
He couldn't get laid.
It says Connor maneuvered through 3 lanes of traffic with the deer on her dashboard. But her and none of the children were hurt.
Jesus, that's amazing.
God's just dropping deer from the sky.
Have serious talk.
I don't know about this reindeer thing.
Right, it's not Christmas season. Like, did someone fall asleep during training?
Now, is this in the boonies? Is this in Fort Collins, Colorado, or is this like in?
Did you not hear me say it was
I didn't
outside
hear
of
you.
Chicago?
You're going to learn very soon that I don't pay attention. I'll keep asking.
Unless there's titties involved.
Right. I do pay attention to that.
Excuse me.
Go ahead.
But it was outside of Chicago.
Okay. Oh, this is a big city.
Yeah.
And maybe rural areas, maybe. But
maybe
still.
it's all that wind blowing those deers around.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyways, all right, that is it for the show today. Thank you for bearing with us today. Hopefully, I will have some interviews to announce next week. And I think this is the first week we didn't have any interviews since we started, huh? So hopefully we'll have some interviews next week with some hopefully some big names. And RaymanWasHere.com, as well as the 24-hour stream. Look for it. It should be out there live real soon. Don't have an exact date yet, but soon. Thank you all so much. Later.
Peace.